Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. So normally Wednesdays, I say they are normally recorded, right? Because I don't get a chance to go live to you since we are training here at Mark Anthony's in Kirkwood on Wednesday and Friday mornings. However, I don't have 7 o'clock clients, so I thought, what the heck? Let's go ahead and do live. Did you get a chance to see yesterday's? I hope so. Good morning, Rosetta Graham. As you're getting ready to sign on, I'll wait just a bit to get a handful of you on, and then we'll talk about today's topic. Sue Starko actually is the one that came up with today's topic, and it has to do with self-esteem and learning how to gain trust back. So good morning to you. How's your morning starting off? We just had a great class here in Kirkwood. Just got done with a couple of ladies training hard. They just did some biceps and some ab work, core work, and some metabolic conditioning. Good morning, Dean Bryan. Good morning, Linda Eckert. Rosetta just said hi. Hello, Wally. Good morning, Linda Eckert. How's your morning? So tell me, how long have you been up? How early do you get up? And did you get your workout in already? Good morning, Wayne Johnson Sr. We've got about 9 or 10 of you on. Let's go ahead and get some more of you on this morning. I came on a little bit later than I was going to. Try to get on with all of you about 6:45, 6:50 every morning. Araceli, good morning to you. Wayne Johnson Sr., good morning. We are talking about self-esteem today. That was Sue Starko's message. Yes, good morning to you. So grab your coffee. Hi from Mexico. Oh, you know what? My husband just called. Linda said she's on the treadmill now. Araceli is in Mexico. Unbelievable. Janet, good morning to you. So my husband just ran into a dear friend of mine that I used to work with at Fox, Kevin. Kevin is on his way to Cabo. And I was like, my gosh, that's our second home. I love going there. So yes, Mexico sounds good, Araceli. I get up at 1:45 a.m. Oh my gosh, a woman speaking my language, my past language. Good morning, Adam Brown. Janet Moosenbrock. Hey, good morning to you. So Rosetta, why do you get up at 1:45 in the morning? Tell me what you do that has you getting up at 1:45. I used to get up at that time, 1:30, 1:45, when I had to get into the station and be on at 4 a.m. And thank goodness those hours are done. Good morning, Dana Gibson. Now, it depends. If I'm training clients here at 6 a.m., I'm getting up about 4:30 and then heading over here, which is really, really nice. Hi, Eunice to you. Hi, Dana Gibson. So did you get a chance to see yesterday's podcast? I hope so. We are doing the Real Monica Adams podcast from home, or we go remote, like this is remote. Good morning, Carrie. We are in Kirkwood. I've got class coming up at 8 a.m., so I thought I would do your podcast live instead of doing it recorded since I had a little break in between clients. And I might be able to do that instead of doing those recordings. I've realized by looking back at the analytics of it that you all like to interact more. You all like the lives instead of the recorded message. But at least that's an opportunity if we can't go live. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, Sharon. Hope you're having a great start to your day. So let me know. Raise a hands or type, whatever. Carrie says, love the hat. Thank you. By the way, I have to thank Lisa from the Mercedes-Benz St. Louis. She had me run by, you all might have been on that podcast the other day, and she said, come on by, I got a cap for you. So that's the cap. So Lisa, thank you so much. Love the color. Michelle, good morning. Eunice to you, great day in the morning. Hello, Eunice to you. Can you let me know, where are you watching us? Anybody not in our immediate area? Somebody just said they were watching from Mexico. You got my heart there. Where are you all watching from? I'd love to know. Are you on the Illinois side, the Missouri side? Are you another state? Love to see how far this is reaching. Good morning, Char. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, I believe, Rosetta, getting ready for work and have to be at work at 4 a.m. There you go. I understand that. So you're at work already, watching from work. What do you all do? I'd love to know a little bit more all about you. St. Charles. Katie, good morning. We're looking forward to talking with you in a few hours. So I am in Kirkwood. We were supposed to have a meeting at 7 a.m., but pretty typical to one of my friends that I partner up with. He's always running late. We should do a podcast about that, about showing up on time and not just showing up to the people who you're supposed to meet up with, but what does that mean when you are on time, when you're running late, or when you're early? My husband always says if you're on time, that you're late. If you're early, you're on time. And if you're late, you're really late. So, St. Louis, 314 all day. I love it. Lisa, Illinois. Okay, Lisa, if you just signed on, I said thank you to you. Thank you, by the way. I was kidding around with her, and I said, I want a cobalt blue or a Monica blue hat. And she said, come on by. I've got that color. So there we go. 60 miles south of St. Louis, says Linda Eckert. Good morning, Katie Rice. Lisa's in Illinois. I didn't know that. St. Clair, Missouri is Wally. And Katie says, morning from Katie and the kids. I love it. Dana's Warren County. Good morning. I love this community. Jimmy and Linda Eckert. Okay, so I hope you had a chance to see yesterday. I think yesterday's podcast was extremely powerful. It was about friendships and trust aspects, etc. Barbara Corey, good morning. Your husband is correct about time and appointments. Oh, I love that. Hi, Joe. And good morning, Monica. I'm in Swansea. That's Janet. JG Lipe, good morning. Columbia, Illinois. Katie. Okay, so yesterday's, if you haven't seen it, go back. And by the way, they're all there right now. I'm going to try to get someone if they can do this for me because I just do not have the time for all the background stuff, right? There's a reason why it takes a village. There's a reason why there's a huge team effort when you've got a TV station and a radio station, etc. So one of the main things of building the community is building my team and building the people that I love that are so crazy talented and I respect and we respect each other, is to be able to provide this content to you in the way I know you need it on all the podcast platforms so you can listen, or if you want to watch it, to put it on the platforms that give you that opportunity besides the Facebook Lives. But right now, again, this is all the launch of it. So it's the mobile aspect of it and the home version of it. And then it will be the professional version launching in about a month. Let's see. Swansea as well, Lisa says. People who are always running behind can be aggravating. I know, right? Well, it can be. You just can't let them get to you. You just take your time. I'm able to talk with all of you. If they weren't running late, I wouldn't be able to as much. Right? So we always got to find the positive. Good morning. Had a great workout yesterday for me at home. You've really helped me this week. Oh, Karen, you don't understand what that means to me because I know what you've been going through. You know you're the best. Getting ready for another one. Yes. Larry, oh my goodness, Larry. I just asked if anybody's watching outside of our immediate area. And I know they are. I know where you are. Laverna Boner, Craig Durham, Tina Gerbitz. Good morning. Okay. So yesterday's topic was friendships. Oh, what I was saying. You can go back to those podcasts. I'm going to try to get the ones that I said could delete after 30 days and grab those. Those are the first ones. Grab those. Make sure that they get onto YouTube. That way they're not going away. So all the content I'm switching, saying that they can stay there beyond the 30 days. So that way you can always go back and use it as a resource. We've had some incredible topics, and they're all coming from you, which is what I love. Today's topic is from Sue Starko. Sue asked me to talk about self-esteem and how to gain trust back. So first of all, let's talk about that. I wish you were all here with me so that we could interact and you could actually talk with me. But since you can't, this is how we do the workshop together. This is how we do the real aspect of a podcast. I want you to type with me and tell me, do you feel like you have self-esteem? And be honest. Because the more honest and more raw and more real we are, the more that community continues to build when people don't feel alone. Do you walk in a room and does someone say, oh, wow, that person's got great confidence. That person's got great self-esteem. Or do your shoulders round? Do your eyes drop to the ground? And do you walk in thinking that no one really wants you to be there? You don't know what circle you belong in. You have anxiety when you get invited to go to some social event. If that's the case, we've got to build up that self-esteem. Someone has to tell you that you are worthy, that you are valuable to this world. Okay, Carrie says, more than I used to. All right, Joe Wade Durkis, good morning. Cheryl Kuhn, good morning. Besides Carrie, chime in. Let me know. Are you in a good place with regards to confidence and self-esteem? Craig says, yes, I do. I am a light for a room. I love that. So my husband and my friends all say, Monica, there's magnetic energy that when you walk in the room, that it just lights up. And you know how much, Craig, you have to understand this. Karen says sometimes. Syed Ali Yasser, good morning. If you don't have that, it's okay. This is what I want to try to get to. Not everyone's going to be that person with the shoulders back, the chest up, and then just greeting everyone and fitting into every circle. You can find your way to that. I want you to dig back into the past and say, who were you as a kid? Did someone squash your dreams? Did someone bully you? We talked about that the other day. Tina Gerbit says, I'm better with it. Tina, I'm going to give you a big round of applause because Tina came in to my life coaching class, which, again, we opened up to the public. So Tina took that challenge and said, I'm going to do it. Tina came into class 2 weeks ago. Then I asked her to go ahead 2 days later and show up at the fitness training if she wanted to. Just drop in, which, by the way, I have a new lady doing that on Friday. Never met her before, just like Tina, never met her before. So this is not only coming into one person that you don't know, but it is coming into an entire group, right? A bunch of people that you've never met before. Not only did she do that, she then went out with us because we did a socialization after it. We did the workout, and then we went to get some healthy food. And there she was around, 10 people? Didn't know one of them. That takes guts. That takes self-esteem. That takes trust, right? So when Sue asked the self-esteem and gaining trust, they fit hand in hand. If you're trying to do the self-esteem, you're trying to build up your confidence, and you don't trust anybody around you, well, that's going to be hard. Can you get there? Yes. Yes, you can walk that path. Let me go back here for a second. Linda says not enough, that's for sure. So let's build on it, Linda. Why don't you tell me what aspect of it do you feel like you're struggling with? Let's answer a little bit more. So yes, you do. You have a little bit, you're gaining some, or yes, you light up a room and you love the path that you're on. Tell me where you are. Katie says, actually a topic I wanted to talk to you about. In a group setting, yes. To others, I show self-confidence. Inside myself, I don't. I always question myself. That is a really powerful thing to say. Let me address that in just a second. Sorry if I'm looking over my shoulder, but the people who were supposed to be here 15 minutes ago are not. So when they get here, I've got to open the door for them. Linda Rorty, good morning to you. All right, so we don't want to put on a mask, Katie, right? And we'll talk about this in our private. We never want to put on a mask and not show our true authentic self. I think too many people go along in life and they are pretending. And that's exhausting, isn't it? Pretending to be someone we're not. I want you to become that. Don't pretend, let's become. So I love to do this transfer of the energy. Feel the energy. That's the other thing. You'll have confidence when you feel like you're in the room with the people that you belong with. Now, we all are kind of thrown into social settings. I'll give you this example. Whenever I have to go MC, when I'm blessed to be able to go see MC and do auctioneer work for different charities and businesses, my husband will sometimes go, okay, all right. For one, got to get dressed up in a tuxedo sometimes, got to get dressed up in a suit. Once he's dressed up, he likes it. My husband has what you would believe is incredible confidence. I think for the most part that's true. He's a man's man for sure. He also has a great connection to a lot of women, but I will say that he comments more about being in social settings and feels more so that he likes the smaller groups. So when we talked about friendships yesterday and people mentioned that it's really awesome to have a small group of friends that are real and authentic, that brings out confidence, doesn't it? If you have a bunch of people around you and you feel like these people over here don't like me, these people are being fake, these people are being catty, you'll lose that self-esteem. You lose the confidence to probably really show yourself. It's a really beautiful thing to be able to show who you are on the inside, that heart and soul that you have in you. Good morning. Is it Michael? Tell me what your name is. Brenda Ramsey, good morning. Lordell Rush. This is really important, though. I want you to realize that you can show yourself. Why? Don't feel like it's the rest of the world judging you, the rest of the world trying to lash out at you and tear down who you are. I don't want that, right? We don't want that. We want you to feel like you can show who you really are. That's what I want for you. So for those of you that have chimed in, good morning, Gretchen. For those of you that have chimed in and have said, I'm doing okay with confidence. I'm faking it until I am. I don't want you to fake it because there's a lot of anxiety and exhaustion that comes in hand with that. My daughter always says, Mom, I need you to be a good girl today, fun type person. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Shy. You used to be shy. You're getting better with that. So your daughter is helping you along. Isn't it a beautiful thing when a child starts to become the adult starts to become the child, and there's this switch back and forth. It's a beautiful relationship. So one of my people just showed up. We're going to talk about that, respect of showing up on time. I know people are going to say, oh, but I'm busy. So am I. I mean, I come flying in. Yesterday I had 3 minutes before I had to jump on to a life coaching call. The good thing is I can throw those earbuds in and I can go anywhere, but I like to be seated and calm and with you. We'll have to talk about that on another podcast. For those of you that have talked about saying that you do have it, so the aspect of the self-esteem and the trust. So I know those go hand in hand. Sue, when you watch this later, because I haven't seen Sue sign on just yet. Good morning, Priscilla. I want you to understand that the more you do, just feel like I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust that people aren't going to be judgmental. I'm going to trust that there are real, authentic people out there. Okay, so she says, yes, a little bit. Now, oh boy. Now you're better? I love to hear that. So you know what? Yeah, I can go back and... So if we go all the way back to when we were kids, I always like to dip back in the past and think about that time frame because it really does. It's those formative years that everybody always talks about. Well, it does. It can either continue to carry you and make you a stronger version of you, or some people go all the way in the back, and when we go through counseling and go through life coaching, you end up dipping back in the past and saying, wow, those were the years that really set the path that I stayed on, and I didn't go away from it. Joe says a good manager has two goals: keep the client and customer happy and keep the staff and employees happy. Happy can mean satisfied, motivated, enthusiastic, and confident. However, the manager also needs support and positive reinforcement from time to time. Okay, I'm not sure, but I'll have to go back and read that one. I'm trying to figure out how that relates to our self-esteem and confidence. I'll go back to that. Good morning, Dolly. Good morning, Kathleen. So again, today's topic is about self-esteem and gaining back trust. So if you need to, go into a social setting with someone that you do genuinely trust, right? Your heart-to-heart connection is there. Whoever that person is, that will lift you up. That person's got your back. That will help you. But I don't want you to always have to lean on that person. I want you to be able to have the confidence within you. They could pull something out of you, and you'll find more of that, right? You'll have more of a leadership feel instead of a following feel. If, in fact, you go in with someone that can help you lift up your self-esteem, lift up your confidence. Sometimes the coach could use a coach. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. I don't know. Sue Bayer, good morning. Barbara Corey, my adult son is trying to stop me from being a people pleaser and saying how I really feel, being my authentic self. Yes. You know what? That's probably one of the biggest things that I'm helping. I've got 6 private clients right now, and that is probably I'd say 80% of what I find in a lot of people. They do just want to, and it's exhausting. They do just want to go along through life and in fact do just that. Try to please and please and please and please and please. And then at the end of the day, what happens? Their tank is almost on empty. They feel like I can't push anymore because I've just given everything to everyone. Gary Anderson, good morning. Peggy Giannino Green, good morning to you. And Greg, yeah, my husband thinks so. Thank you very much. I'm going to come back here. So Craig, sometimes the coach needs a coach. Yes, absolutely. So, you know, that I'm thinking he's just meaning in life. Yes, when the person is always having to be the coach, the CEO, yeah, they're looking for something as well to kind of help them through that because everyone's eyes are always on them, 100%. Okay, so we were having you chime in earlier, doing the workshop setting more so. Do you lack confidence? Are you better with it? Or are you in a phenomenal place? If you are, yes, Craig, exactly. If you're in a phenomenal place, tell me how long it got you to get there, okay? I don't push myself enough to get out there, but once I do get out, I enjoy myself. That's where I was going with it. Yes, I need to motivate myself more. Another good topic, motivation. Yeah, Linda, I'll look in the topics we have coming up and see about self-motivation, about forced motivation, and natural motivation. So I'm going to write that one down. We'll try to do that one coming up because motivation is a hard one for a lot of people, especially when it comes to physical training. I see so many people say, Monica, I do great when you're here with me. That's where Craig's talking about the coach, right? When I'm here with them, yes, I can push them. And then I say, how do you push on your own? And they're like, nowhere near this. Yep, I get that. Sue Bayer, good morning to you. Linda, let's talk about that aspect. So it takes a little bit to get out there. But when you know the end result is how much you enjoy yourself, from the coach standpoint, my mind always wants to say, well, don't you want to get there faster? Don't you want to already get in there? I know it's hard to take an introvert and make him an extrovert, but there are extroverted introverts. There's a book called The Introvert Advantage. It's one of the very first interviews I ever did, very first author I ever interviewed 30 years ago, and it still has a profound impact on me today. The Introvert Advantage. And as an extrovert, I came forward and said, That's an oxymoron, isn't it? And the author just laughs so much, and he's like, Monica, we're going to have such a fun interview. That's just because I always look at it as, how is it an advantage to be introverted when the world seems to be, trying to hold those type of people back? But it's not. It's the fact that he said there's extroverted introverts, introverted extroverts. And I thought about it and thought, wow, that's very true. Because what I was saying is, if I go back into grade school, I was absolutely one of those kids that my mom said, when I was a little girl, she'd be at the grocery store and I'd be talking to everybody. And she'd have to, where's Monica? She's talking to, the lady checking us out. And she's like, Monica just trusted the world. I still do. I'm still in that place where I want to honestly just feel like I can trust everyone. Well, that can be a dangerous thing, my husband says. But then all of a sudden someone tried to squash that, right? The bullying tries to come into play. And then all of a sudden you pull back. It's different aspects. I'll tell you where I gained mine, and you got to find your version of this. When I got into choir, because I love to sing, love to dance, love the arts. That's a big part of me, like music. And if you enter your kids into different contests, if you get your kids involved in things like that, so think about sports and how it brings out the socialization, builds the self-esteem. You get into aspects of the arts, they have to get on stage, or doing public speaking. There's a reason why that's incorporated in schools. Why? Because they need to try to get out of that zone of being scared. And it kind of forces you out of it. It puts you in an uncomfortable place. My mantra is, the greatest accomplishments come from the most uncomfortable places, the scariest places. Let's see, let's go back here. Good morning. Okay. Janice has helped me see the worst of my life is over, and as a warrior and survivor, I can be confident in any situation. I can handle it. Carrie, wonderful. You need a mentor. Everybody needs a mentor in life. Seek that out, whoever that might be, in your circle of friends or family. Sue Bayer said, I need that book. I do not know if it's still in print, but yes, The Introvert Advantage. Look that up. Bridget Hercules, good morning to you. Jeffrey Stahl, as a pastor, I know that a day of Sabbath rest is important. You can't go 24/7 all the time. I know, Jeffrey. Thank you for trying to help me with that. Yeah, Sue, look that book up. Let me know if that's there. Somebody, if you want to, go ahead and go on Amazon and see if that's there. Let's see. Bridget, good morning. Sherry Lowe. Okay, Peggy, I am in a wonderful place. Helping children is my heart. My motivation is their smiles, their laughter, and their innocence. Yes, learn from their innocence, learn from their youth and their joyfulness that they have. Bridget Hercules, good morning to you. So the guys have finally showed up. I'm going to let them talk. I know they're the ones that really need to get a lot of the stuff out, but I'll wrap up with you here. I'll give you about 3 more minutes. We'll go to 7:30, and then I've got class coming in at 8 o'clock. So any other questions with that? So the main aspect is, don't feel like you have to already get to a form of confidence if you're not already there. Okay, don't force it. At the same time, don't be fake. Let me switch that. Try not to be. Try to find more of the real authentic side. I don't want to say don't, because that's a control word. I like to flip those and say, try to walk more in that path of showing your authentic self, right? So when we're talking about confidence, self-esteem is really what she was asking for. Self-esteem and learning how to gain trust. It's really about show who you are. If someone doesn't like you, who cares? They're strangers, right? Okay, Carrie just said it is on Amazon. There you go. I think it's a phenomenal book. Another one is Right Brain Children in the Left Brain World. 2 incredibly powerful books and authors from the beginning years of my career. Why do I remember them? Because I think they're so unbelievably powerful. Now, I'm sure there's a ton of other ones that have been out since, but The Introvert Advantage is a very interesting book for you to get into, and the other one is Right Brain Children in the Left Brain World, and it has to do with the way we teach children and how so quickly kids are thrown on Ritalin because of ADD and ADHD. And back then it was, well, why don't we change how they're actually taught? That's an incredible topic coming up. By the way, let's do this. We're going to wrap up about this. Craig says being yourself. Yes, absolutely. So put yourself out there. Let the world see you. And then the path, the energy will be drawn by the people who are meant to be in your life. Understand that. Try not to force who you feel like you want to be and you're not there yet. Try not to be someone that you're not already. Start to draw more of who you are out there. And then, good morning, Julie. Good morning, Julie Emery. So the people who you want to be more like, start surrounding yourself with that. right? People always say, you want more of something? Start finding people that have that. Better energy, more joyful, more peace, more confidence. Whatever it is, start hanging around those type of people and you'll have more of that, okay? So today's topic has been self-esteem and how to gain trust. The trust will come, don't force it. And try not to put out there to the world a fake version of you. Be you, be your authentic self, and let the people around you start to surround yourself with the people who are going to draw more of that out of you. More of the confidence, more of the energy, more of the natural part of you. Good morning, Aunt Tootie. I'll see you in a handful of hours. We're going to celebrate our birthdays together. Good morning, Deborah McMillan and Sue Bayer. Yes, it's on Amazon. Okay, there you go. So 2 great books for you to look up. I've given you some reading materials today. All right, we're going to wrap up there. We have some great topics lined up, but please feel free to give me more. The one about motivation I will add to the Monday, the second Monday of the month. We are already in the month of April, which is phenomenal. Remember, this is your podcast, your stories that you want, and doing it your way. So it's the Real Monica Adams home version or the mobile version. And this is what I'm going to try to do on Wednesdays and Fridays, is come to you live from here so that you don't have to do the recorded. The recorded is going to be my last resort. Okay, Lordell, great advice. Just be yourself and hang around the energy that's going to increase your integrity. I love it. Everybody, have an incredible Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in and staying with me. These numbers keep going up and up and up. So what you need to do, if you can for me, is share these. And to the people that you want to change lives. Have a wonderful day as well. Send this out. Share it all over social media so that we can affect the world and do this together. Okay? Love you all. Have a great one. Bye-bye.